Hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Rosetta. My name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at AGIX. We've had a nice strong move up here. We're going to be discussing whether we think that this is actually starting a new trend up here, potentially looking for this fifth wave, or whether we could actually see continuation to the downside here and potentially whether we are still within a fourth wave. So make sure you stay tuned to see all the different options. Before we jump into that though, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. If you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video, and leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out, it is free to join. Okay, so what we're looking out for here is potentially the fact that we could argue that possibly this fourth wave is completed. Yeah, I am I would like to see this sort of play out a bit longer in duration, but for the most part, if this low holds here, we have to look at the fact that this has been a very strong move to the upside here. So we need to just, obviously, we've interacted with this B wave high, but we haven't actually managed to take this high here, this 67.78. So, I really want to get it back above this, but even then, we'd still have to be a little bit cautious with how the structure plays out. So we're going to talk about that. If you have been watching the videos before, in the previous ones, we were also talking about that possibility that this could actually be the top of this move, and that potentially this whole move down is going to be more of a is not actually going to find support for this fourth wave, and we could actually look to push down lower. And I'm just going to cycle onto that option just for a second here. I'm going to turn this one off. Uh, that one off. Where we were talking about this possibility that this whole move here could potentially just be a B wave, and then we actually look to break down one more time for a C wave. So that target of that 1-to-1 is still sitting down here at the 0.338 area. So this hasn't invalidated yet. We need to see whether we get this confirmation of an additional fifth wave here. Otherwise, we just have a three-wave structure to the upside, which could indicate that potentially we could see continuation to the downside here. So we're going to be monitoring the moves, and we'll discuss what we see as it happens. But for the most part, it hasn't broken structure yet. So I am still looking for that possibility of that move to the upside here. So the key zone here is this 1571. We start to break down below this, that would sort of invalidate this potential, though we could still technically find support between this 1556 area and this 0552 zone if we did break down deeper here. The structure that we'd be looking at here that would be slightly different, though. Potentially we would have to either argue it's just a three-wave move, or potentially this is an additional one and a 2 here, and then it looks for a much bigger push to the upside. So this is something that we'll have to keep an eye on within the structure. But yeah, at the moment we don't have this fourth wave confirmed. We could say that it is confirmed at this point, but really we don't have what we need to do here to confirm this is have a good 5-wave move to the upside here, find a 3-wave move retracement, and then start that third wave up and take these highs. Until we do, potentially we could still see lower to come. Okay, so the way that I'm looking at this move, if I'm going to turn this back onto the micro continuation. So what we were looking for was the fact of forming an A, a B, and a C. And we were talking about this from when we landed up in this zone here. Saying that we didn't think that this correction was over, and we ended up coming back down into this green box area. For the most part, I am still cautious that it might not be over, and potentially we could see some continuation here where this move becomes, like I said, an A, a B, and then we actually look to push down deeper for that C wave. So the 1-to-1 is actually down here towards this 2385, and basically what we're looking for is to see whether we actually get a push one more time down here, potentially into this area, and looking to sort of target out this 0.382 or this 50% lower down here. So I've got a couple of channels here. This is a channel that we were basically traveling up within, but then we've broken out of it. We are now actually moving back up to it. So it'll be interesting. We haven't quite interacted with it, but we could actually see a move up into this and then potentially still see that rejection down one more time. So I'm keeping an eye on that. We're going to go over the internal structure here and that bullish potential that we do have. The fifth wave target is still up here towards this $1.14 to this 82-cent region. Potentially we could still see a move up into here as long as we don't break structure. So let's talk about that structure. So within this move, what we're looking for, if we were going to let me come into an hourly here just so to actually get right in on this. So basically what I'm looking at within the structure is it's very difficult to count as a single five-way move at the moment. And the way that I'd have to look at it is that potentially either this is a 1 and a 2 and another 1, 2, and then we're going to look to push up, or alternatively, we have something within here, that we are looking to extend out within these waves. So what I'm looking for here is that basically we've had this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into here. What I'm looking for here is basically continuation, where this becomes another 1, 2, 3, up into this high, looking for a fourth. So that fourth wave support is this 44.62 all the way up to this 5112 zone. We're sort of in there, but I would be anticipating, potentially we could see another move up and then a push a bit lower down here. It does look like this is not a completed structure yet. So I would be looking for something like that to play out. Potentially see a three-way move up and then maybe come down towards this 50% zone here, towards this 44.62 range. If we fail to hold this 44.62 range, then this move would start to fall apart. Invalidation would come by crossing this high here at this 38.81. So this is the one way that I'm looking at the structure. If we do find support here, potentially we could be looking for some additional waves to the upside where we form this fifth wave up into the zone of the 6767 to the 6134, and then potentially having another fourth wave down into this zone. If we lost this zone of this 43.76, it would become less likely that it's playing out, and then we'd look for that continuation up to the 75.88 region, and that would be looking at just the structure that we have available. Obviously, these moves can always extend out, so we need to be cautious of that. Uh, you know, I've only got so much information within the chart so far, but the target area, should we look to push up higher, would potentially be within this zone of this $1.14 to this 82.20 region. I do have some other targets on here somewhere. Uh, where are they? Where are they? So what we'd be looking at, the alternative way of looking at this move is basically looking at this count to the upside slightly different. So I'm being a bit wary of it. Potentially you could also argue that you have a zigzag here currently, and that's all, where this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a connector wave here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 up here. And then basically that's just a three-wave move. So we don't have that confirmation yet. We can also look at it potentially in this manner, where this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. We do not get overlap here, so it doesn't break any rules here. And the reason why it is possible is if we throw this onto this high here, bring it down onto here, we can actually see that this move stopped at that 1618. So if we get a fifth wave extension, often that fifth wave will be 1.618 of the wave 1 to 3. So this is something I'm keeping an eye on. If this is the case, what this could indicate is we're going to actually have a deeper retracement here potentially down towards this zone of this 50% here at this 40 cent 56 to this 33.15. So this is going to be a key zone to hold as support here if we do actually break down. If we start to break down below this 33.152, it becomes less likely that this is actually going to play out, where are looking for either this as an A, B, C to the upside, which could potentially move up to that 75.56. The difference here is with the other count, we'd be looking to hold this fourth wave location, push up, come back down, hold the same zone again, and then push back up one more time. Whereas with this, basically we'd be treating this as a single move as either an A wave or a wave one, and then we'd be looking for this wave two and then this C wave to the upside. So this would either be a C wave up, or potentially, if it does move up high enough towards this zone of this $1.16 area, then we could potentially be having an extension within here where this becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And that would actually look to target up above that box area that we have drawn on the chart here, which is looking for towards this $1.14 to this 82-cent area. So the thing we need to be cautious of here is, because we're looking for a fourth wave move, potentially we could see something like this play out. we form a three-wave structure up here, and this becomes an A, this becomes a B, and then we still get a C wave down after that. So if this doesn't form good structure here, we need to be a little bit cautious that it's not just a corrective wave to the upside. Even if it does take this high, we could have a flat correction playing out, where we could see this then as an A, potentially a B, and then look for that C to the downside. So need to be a little bit cautious in this area with what we have here. So really, the two bullish outlooks are we need to stay above this zone here of this 33.15. If this is the one that's playing out, effectively what I want to see is three-wave move down into these zones. Potentially we could come and find support here in the center line again, just currently sitting towards this 37, 36 area. There would also be a retest of these low points here, and then potentially look for that push to the upside again here, looking for the C wave target towards the 75.56. If we, however, lose this low at this 28.55, then I would be anticipating a deeper move here, and potentially that move could look to actually take us down towards this zone of this 24.47 at a 1-to-1, and then if it extends out potentially down here towards this 12.36 or this 1382 here at this 17.63. So 1998, 17.63 if it does extend down. So that would be looking to potentially bring us back into this zone. Like I said though, however, if we do start to lose this 15.17 area, this move starts to be really tested in the fourth wave. If we do lose this 1571, it becomes more probable at that point that if we are still in bullish structure, that we're actually forming this as another 1 and a 2, and then we'd be looking down for this support to hold here between this 1556 to this 0552. So these would be different fib levels here. Golden pocket sitting here in the middle at this 11 cent to this 10 cent range. So, if we do break down, this could be a zone where we actually look to get a reaction and push up. However, if that fails, potentially we are looking for that lower low to come here. So we've got a long way to go yet before that. The key thing here is basically what I'm looking for in the immediate short term is to see whether which one of these is potentially playing out. For as long as this 44.62 area holds, I'll be looking for that possibility to push up again towards the 67.67 to the 61.34. If this doesn't hold, then basically we have to look for this possibility of finding support lower down here at this 40.56 to this 33.15. If we lose this 33.15, like I said, I think that means that we're actually going to see that lower low potentially towards some of these key zones that we got mapped out here. 24.47, this 21.97 would be a 0.382 retracement, so that could be an interesting little area, and then lowest at 15.71. Okay, so I'm going to leave the video there. I hope you found it useful. If you did, please smash the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, turn on those bell notifications so you never miss a video. Leave us some feedback down below. Also in the description, you'll find a link to the Discord. Come check it out. It's free to join. As well as that, you'll find affiliate links for both PrimeXBT and BYBIT, both great exchanges that we use on a regular basis. Check them out for yourselves. If you don't have an account, using the affiliate link does help support the channel. There is deposit bonuses. More information can be found on their website, so check that out as well. Everyone, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one. Take